Hi there, I'm Dr. Kim Duramo, founder of the American Institute of Mind-Body Medicine, and I wanted to share some pieces after just having been interviewed by Summer Peterson for her World Weight Loss Summit, because it was a 10-minute thing with one piece, and then there were all these other things that came to mind, and I was like, I'll just make some videos about that, particularly because it's been huge for me in my health, my weight, although I really never had a problem so much with weight other than this one time in my life when I was in so much suppression of my body and I had an autoimmune illness, and it was this whole like out of control, for like a couple years that my body kept putting on weight. And I was like, what is going, I couldn't figure it out, but I knew that the harder I tried to like work out and manipulate changing my food, everything made it worse because I was in this restriction and this self-rejection. And the only thing that really made it better, and like I said, for my whole life after that, I've just had my ideal weight, and I eat anything, whatever I need to eat, whatever I'm inspired to eat, my body's in harmony with food. That is huge because there's so many doctors out there sharing about don't eat this and don't eat that. And when the body's in an inflamed state, it's required that we're really rigid because your body's going to be reacting to everything. But when we're in a harmonious state, your body can receive, to a much higher degree, receive literally anything and be in harmony. So I'm not saying those diets are bad or that they're wrong, because they're not. When we're in that inflamed state of like all of our stress and all of our fear and all of our self-rejection, the body can't take on all of like even just digesting gluten or, all the toxins in our food are so harmful. What I'm saying is when I came into greater harmony, my body could be in harmony with the world and with my food and with many, many things. So it can make a huge, huge difference to allow the body to be in health, which was for me, releasing a pain syndrome, chronic severe pain syndrome, chronic fatigue syndrome, all of those things, when my body could come into harmony by the tool I shared in the video with Summer about how to really love your body and let these energies release. And then how to to really connect with yourself. Who am I? What's really important to me? And to make a life around what that's about instead of a life that's about everyone else. So the first thing I wanted to share with this was this piece about food. Are there judgments that you're holding about food? Are there judgments that you have around, oh, this is bad food, this is good food? Now, I know for me, it always changes, right? Because it's like, depending on what people are telling you, fat is bad, you shouldn't eat fat. Oh wait, fat is good, you shouldn't eat carbs and sugar. Oh wait, you should have a little carbs and a little sugar and a little fat and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you're trying to figure it out from the mind. In order to really harmonize in our body, we have to come into the heart. And that means releasing everything you think about everything, the conclusions, judgments, thoughts, ideas, beliefs. Because when we eat food in judgment, guess what the message is to our body? This is bad, I shouldn't eat it, and then we eat it anyway, and it's like, body, I don't really care about you. I think this thing's bad, but I don't really care. That's the last message you want to send to your body. You can let all foods be part of the equation if you're in so much harmony. But don't try to make that happen, because you might just be in 2% more harmony now from what we did in the video, and that's awesome. Your body will be able to receive way more. But be really patient and gentle, not forceful and, oh, therefore I should be able to eat whatever I want, so forget about this diet I'm doing. I'm just going to go out and eat fast food. Well, that's not very compassionate to the self. So be very gentle and loving with yourself through this transition to come into more harmony with food. So in this first piece, I just want to have you look at, what are my judgments around food? What are my ideas and beliefs around good food, bad food, what I should do, what I shouldn't do? And would I be willing to soften around those so that I can embrace my life more fully, so that I can be more in harmony with my world, so that my body can do what it does naturally, which is, we can detoxify. You don't have to have this perfect diet. Your body can eliminate what you don't need to a greater degree. So welcoming that in. Okay, so the second piece is all the ways we reject ourselves. So I know for me, I function in a very different way than most people. It's not about fitting into here's how I should be and here's how I should think and here's how I should act. It's more about really honoring myself. I think differently. Everything is different. And that can be really scary because it's like, oh, I don't know if I'll be accepted. But if I don't accept myself, I can never really let myself blossom. I had a friend this weekend who visited, and she has told me she was challenged with her weight her whole life. And until she realized that she needed to put herself in the equation of what she was doing in her life, like it's not about everyone else. Here's what they need. Here's what my kids need. Here's what I need at work. And she's like, I'm so good at being accountable, at doing everything I say I'm gonna do, at being a hard worker, at being a great person, except I left myself out of the equation. I didn't even consider being accountable to myself. So I'd tell myself, oh, I'll do this thing, and then I'd flake on myself, like I'm the least important person in the equation of my life. And she realized that that's the thing that needed to change in order for her to successfully lose weight. I've got to start knowing, who am I? What do I value? What's really important to me? And will I choose to honor that? That's what lets your body flourish. So you can think of like, what are 3 things that really allow me to be who I am, that really appreciate the gifts and talents. 3 things I can do that will let that have more space. It might be a big thing, it might be a little thing. I love to dance and move. So even if I just put music on with my daughter once a day in the morning and we move and dance, that's a way of celebrating myself and letting myself be more of who I am. Bigger way is I left the emergency room and now I practice in a much more expansive way in my practice. My whole world is different as a result. And I live in Kim world now. It's a world that has space for who I am. My relationships have changed. I've been in relationships that really didn't have space for who I am and didn't honor who I am. So in this second piece, I want you to look at, who am I? What do I really value? And what can I do to make space for that in my life? Okay, the third piece of this equation in weight loss by loving your body is, and I mentioned this in the video with Summer, write an ode to the body part that you hate the most. And what we did in the exercise where there's like that heaviness and thickness and gunky, junky, whatever, and Summer said the word hatred that comes up in the body. How can I love that body, that part of my body? Well, just begin to appreciate something about that part of your body. So for me, it was my thighs. I wanted them to look a certain way. I wanted them to feel a certain way. And, I had all these judgments, but they get me where I need to go. I was a marathon runner, so I was like, wow, I can really celebrate the heck out of my thighs because look at what they're doing for me. I love running, or just being able to walk around the world and do, like, for being an ER doctor, boy, it was really useful to walk really fast and be able to get where I needed to go so easily. Oh my gosh. So when I did this ode, I celebrated and appreciated all of those things. And I apologize, like, I'm so sorry for how ridiculous I've been with you. We can be really ridiculous with our bodies. In one of my Facebook groups, the MindBody community, I've had this exercise for my group. You can actually welcome into the MindBody community on Facebook if you like, joining in on Facebook. And there's always a conversation around these kinds of things. And go ahead and post your ode. Everyone in there, most people in there will know what you're talking about and celebrate you too, because this is huge. So to actually let people see it is really, really beautiful. It's like a public declaration. Body, I am sorry. I love you. I celebrate you. And it will move a lot of energy for you. The last thing I wanted to, this last piece I wanted to share in the regarding the weight loss equation and loving your body is about this mirror exercise. And this is an exercise I've shared with my community, specifically in the Instant Elevation program. That's at drkimd.com/IEP. And they're all these mind-body tools to create harmony in your body for the purpose of releasing disease, thyroid disease, overweight, adrenal fatigue syndrome, like all kind pain syndromes. And this one in particular is very powerful. So you're gonna go and look at yourself in the mirror. Naked is the bonus challenge, but maybe just with not maybe your underwear, something where you can really see your body. Now, before you do this, I want you to be aware that this may be the most difficult thing you have ever done in your life. So difficult, in fact, that even though I'm about to tell you all the benefits of this, many people will not do this because it's so hard. So I want to invite you to be willing to do the hard thing. Why? Because you really want to receive your beautiful, vibrant, abundant, joyful life of freedom. And whatever that means to you, maybe it means having the partner you really want who loves and cherishes you, having your existing partner begin to show up in ways like you never thought, that they can really see you and celebrate you and be in awe of you, licking you up and down, being able to easily lose weight or be at your ideal weight easily, releasing physical pain, big time for that, and rebalancing your immune system to release an autoimmune disease. Many physical and health balances, chronic fatigue always will respond well to these things. Okay, so you're gonna get in front of the mirror and you're gonna breathe and you'll just do 10 breaths. Breathing in front of your naked form or partially clothed form in front of the mirror, and you just look at yourself with, I love you. I love you. And that's all you're gonna do over and over in your mind. I love you. What you wanna do is breathe and feel what you feel. Now, just thinking about looking in the mirror for many women will bring up a lot, like, so start with that. 10 breaths of just imagining being naked and seeing yourself. Your own judgment's gonna come up, all the heaviness of that self-loathing, all the programming that you had that maybe is somewhat suppressed now, it's gonna come up and sometimes raging. So you just stay right here. I love you. You can even stand in front of the mirror with your eyes closed. I love you. I love you. It's okay to feel all of this now. 10 breaths. Now, set your timer for 4 or 5 minutes. The reason you do this is because you don't need to tackle all of the atrocity that you've bought into over your life in one session. Just 10 breaths. Let yourself witness it, feel it, and you can use the exercise I did in the video with Summer to bring light into what you feel and just send I love you to everything that comes up. This is a really fast way to let all of these energies come up, but it can be really overwhelming. So I do want to let you know again how powerful, unbelievably powerful it is to open up and receive love, joy, abundance, freedom, all the things that make us fully alive and fully healthy. So I would love to hear how the mirror exercise goes for you, and you can tag me on a post in the MindBody community. I do also have a live community if you would like to work with me live. Super easy. It's called the MindBody Live membership. It's at drkimd.com/membership. And we have a live broadcast every week, and then I'll answer questions and things like that. So if this really resonates with you, I would love to have you in the MindBody Live membership. I hope this has been helpful. So much love for all of us as women. The more we honor and celebrate our bodies, the more our whole world ascends in love. So it's not about everyone else. It's about you cherishing you. And when you do, it affects your children, it affects your work, it affects your money, and of course affects your body. So for all of these reasons, let's make our world a brighter and more beautiful place by showing up as the amazing, powerful women that we really are. I'm at drkimd.com, and I would love to hear from you. Bye.